Nicky Will, yeah, check it out, The 90s where I grew up, the best times that I knew of. Couldn't wait till the summertime, couldn't wait for the sun to shine. It reminds me where I came from, living on the edge and they said never give up. Summer days were the place to be, the 90s what made me. Yeah, it's a recipe. Hot summer days in a jet ski. Yeah, fine women in the small bikinis. We up all night, no resting. We've been waiting all year through the coldest seasons. Ain't getting younger, we got all the reasons. Living up life's what we believe in. Try to stop us, then we'll have to team up. Yeah, you don't wanna have to go against this. Young and restless, we so relentless. It's the generation most defenseless. Let the guard down, cause we hopping fences. Yeah, and we don't mean no harm. Make a lot of noise, don't be alarmed. Yeah, we having fun tonight, living up life in the summer nights. The 90s where I grew up, the best times that I knew of. Couldn't wait till the summertime, we couldn't wait for the sun to shine. It reminds me where I came from, living on the edge and they said never give up. Summer days were the place to be, the 90s what made me. Yeah, I don't know where I'd be without these memories. Share my peace, love a good time guaranteed. Don't take everything seriously. I said don't, it's too much wasted. The sun comes up, no need to race it. Face it, ain't smiling, you need a facelift. Living boxed in, locked up and caged in. We breaking out of the norm today. It's so damn bright, no storm today. Start a new trend, reborn today. Freedom of speech, we were born to stay. We don't mean no harm. Make a lot of noise, don't be alarmed. Yeah, we having fun tonight, living up life in the summer night. The 90s where I grew up, the best times that I knew of. Couldn't wait till the summertime, we couldn't wait for the sun to shine. It reminds me where I came from, living on the edge and they said never give up. Summer days were the place to be, the 90s what made me. I won't forget the time I'm from, all the time I spent just living up this life. I won't forget the time I'm from, all the time I spent just living up this life. And I just won't forget the 90s where I grew up, the best times that I knew of. Couldn't wait till the summertime, we couldn't wait for the sun to shine. It reminds me where I came from, living on the edge and they said never give up. Summer days were the place to be, the 90s what made me. Yeah, come on, let's go.
Hey guys, it's Shada Pink here at WUTT, the University of Tampa's one and only radio station. Listen to us online at wutt.ut.edu, on the air at 1080 a.m., and on your phones with the TuneIn Radio app. I'm here with Sarah, who will help me produce the show. We also have a very special guest with us here today. He goes by the name of Nicky Will. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So do you want to introduce yourselves?
Where do I start? My name is Nicky Will. Trying not to talk too much, but
talk away.
I'm originally from New
Go
York.
ahead.
To make a long story short, I moved to Georgia about 2 years ago, and now I'm 2 years into living in Georgia, and I love it. It was a good career move, and now I'm here at the radio station.
That's awesome. I was about to ask you where you're from, so I guess that helped.
Knock that out of the way.
Knock that out of the way. What made you want to move to Georgia?
Well, it was kind of like it was literally like a one day. I was in New York and I had been really going at this music thing hard for like 2 years, and I was thinking one day, I was like, man, what do I need to do to get further, to kind of get to the next level? And it literally just hit me, like, I don't know, it's like, you gotta move to Georgia. So it was just a very sporadic, spur of the moment type thing, and I also knew people that lived down here that were telling me, you know, it's up and coming for music, it's a good place, to come from music because LA is very oversaturated and it's not really my scene as far as the kind of music that I do. New York City is very overpopulated and you can get lost very easily when it comes to music. So I really saw Georgia as a good place to come and it's a busy city, but I knew that it would be good for me to be able to get my name out there and not get caught up, with other. Yeah. So.
For sure. So have you noticed a change, like, in your career and how far you've come between the time you were in New York and here in Georgia?
Yeah. On a day-to-day basis, I don't necessarily always feel that way. There's times where I'm like, man, I really, what am I doing wrong? There's always, even people that you see on TV, they think the same exact way. Because as a creative person, as a musician, even painters and people that write poetry and stuff, they're never satisfied with where they're at. So you might see it as, man, they are doing so well, but they might see it as mediocre. So, but definitely when I'm kind of feeling down, I check out pictures from when I first started, my first shows and where I was, and I'm like, oh my God, I've come so far. And definitely since being here, I've met so many people, and the positivity that is around music in Georgia is awesome. People support you no matter what kind of music you do. They almost want to see you do good. Whereas other places, some parts of New York, people really don't want to, they're afraid to accept that somebody is doing what they really enjoy doing. But yeah, I definitely see a big change in my career.
I can see that. And you don't only have the lack of support in New York, but there's so much competition and so many people that are just trying to bring you down that I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah. It's not like everyone, instead of thinking of it as like a teamwork thing, because just because one guy is good and makes it and gets all these opportunities, that doesn't make it so there's no opportunities for somebody else. It's not like that. And once I realized that, I began embracing other musicians as kind of as if you would embrace like people that work here with you and that are at class with you. These people aren't out here to get a degree to take your job. There's opportunity out there everywhere. So I started looking at them as people that could help me stay positive about this whole experience. So
that's great. I feel like, especially, with any career, and especially with music, you'll need that connection with other people and that help just to, like, get you in the right direction and to get you started and get you to where you want to be.
It's like networking is, like, the biggest thing.
For sure.
Like, you can't, if you spend all your time being negative, no one's going to really want to, like, work with you and be around you. So it's going to make it hard for you to get to the next level because people are going to hear about you or something and they'll be like, I don't work with that guy. So you just kind of got to stay positive about everything and the people that still don't like you after all that, just hold them closer and don't let it bother you. And then the people that really support you, you keep them just close, and it's awesome.
For sure. And for the people who are at home listening right now, you guys can't see it obviously, but there's so much positivity and energy flowing through the station right now. It's incredible. I haven't seen that in so long. So what got you started in music?
This is a good story. Well, to start off, I grew up with two sisters. So they always listened to music. And I grew up in the 90s, which is, when all the boy bands were around and whatnot. And so when I was younger, they would always listen to music super loud. That's just how girls are. They listen to music really loud, dance around and stuff. So I was always exposed to that kind of music, pop music and stuff. And I can recall one day just being at home watching TV, and there was one of the, I think it was like a Backstreet Boys concert or something like that. And I saw Aaron Carter. He was just a little kid performing, and seeing somebody that was close to my age doing that, it made me, I don't know, something struck me. And literally from that point on, it was something I always wanted to do. And I always told my cousins, my other boy cousins, like, man, we gotta do this when we're older, man. We're gonna be so cool. And they never got into it like I did, but it's always just been something from that moment that I wanted to do. And it sounds really crazy and typical because a lot of people have that story, like, oh, I was singing in the shower, and I was like, I want to do this the rest of my life. But it really did happen, kind of like that. So that's where everything really began, as far as me wanting to make this like a career in a life. And I didn't actually choose to make it a career until I felt confident enough, which was around my senior year in high school.
That's awesome. So I hear there's some news about Aaron Carter now that you brought him up.
A little bit. For those who know about Aaron Carter, he was a brother of one of the guys in the Backstreet Boys. He's gonna be performing. He's back on tour right now. He's trying to get his life back together and really get things back up for him. So he's performing in Athens, Georgia, and I got the opportunity to be able to open up for him in Georgia. So
that's awesome.
It's pretty awesome.
Are you excited?
I can't wait. It's gonna be. I mean, like I said, he's the one that I originally saw when I really wanted to start doing this music thing. So the fact that I get to open up for him, I don't really know if I'm going to tell him all this, but the fact that I get to open up for him is really, really cool. I mean, it's a cool story in itself.
That's great because you get to basically work alongside the one person or one of the few people who inspired you to be where you are right now.
Yeah. And I really want to tell him, like, it's your fault that I'm here.
Why don't you?
I don't know, because I feel like when you open for, there has to be some sort of
professionalism
divide. Yeah, some sort of separation between deep inside. I used to be a fan to me being an artist. I mean, but I think it'd be cool to tell him.
That's true.
So
I think he'd embrace it.
We'll see how it goes.
Play it by ear.
I'm gonna play it by ear. If he's cool, then I'm like, dude. I mean, just to let you know. But if he's not cool, then just yeah.
It's nice to work with you.
Yeah, nice to work with you. Thanks, man.
Thanks for letting me open.
Yeah.
So is that kind of what your hopes are for the future? Do you want to tell us about what you see in 5 years, 10 years, a year from now?
I would really like to. I definitely want to keep performing and keep doing more shows, but I definitely want to. In 5 years, I would like to be headlining shows and packing out venues. I'd like to get some more fans. That'd be awesome. I guess the biggest thing I want is to just progress as an artist and not always stay in the same kind of music and kind of branch out and try new things. Work with different artists. I mean,
who would you want to work with?
It's a really tough question, as we talked about. I really want to work with. I'll tell you what the kind of artists I want to work with. I want to work with artists that are outside of my genre. Because a lot of new stuff is coming out nowadays where people are doing collaborations with artists. They're mixing rap with rock and pop with rock and they're just like mixing everything together, and I think that's awesome. Like
the Florida Georgia Line song where they mixed it with, who was it? Was it Nelly? Yeah, they had Nelly in a country song.
And that's cool because people who listen to country who don't like rap, they kind of see rap in a new light, and people who don't listen to country, they're like, man, I guess it's not so bad. That's kind of how I feel about it, because I'm not a big fan of country, but when I hear stuff like that, it makes me appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely want to do collaborations with other artists with different genres. I think it'd be really cool.
Do you know what genres yet? Well, I mean, do you want to first define what your genre is and then go off of that?
Yeah, that would work. I would say, when I tell people what kind of music I do, because if I contact a venue and I'm just like, I do rap, they're like, we don't want you. Because rap has a bad name. So I say like pop rap. Because it's more, you can take, B.O.B. for instance. He is a rapper, but he does pop music. Even Eminem. He used to be like this crazy, awesome underground rapper, but the fact that his music is being played on the radio, to the majority of people, it's rap because he's rapping, but it's actually pop music.
Yeah, he did the collaboration with Rihanna too.
Yeah, and that was a pop song.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's like kind of my genre, I would say, but I think there's still something in there that I don't know what it is yet. Because I can't necessarily say that I sound like any of them as far as the music type. So from that point, I would love to do some like rock. Get into some rock. I think that'd be really cool. Some like metal or something. I don't know, anything. My producer's a rocker.
Oh,
so,
that's awesome.
Yeah, but he produces pop, so there's a lot of potential for me to do a collaboration with his band and
for sure.
Yeah, get that done. So
do you have any rock bands that you like that you could possibly see yourself collaborating with?
I don't not that I can think of right now. See, the thing is, I listen to so much music, but there's music that I have programmed in my phone that is kind of like a go-to music. But if something's on somewhere, I might enjoy it right then and there. So I'm not really too sure who specifically I'd want to work with as far as rock goes. I guess right now I would want to do a collaboration with my producer. It sounds really weird, but he does like hair band, like 80s.
Oh, cool.
And I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be a great twist. Yeah.
Kind of like how Eminem did with the Berserk song. So,
for sure.
Yeah, I think that'd be a cool collaboration.
So do you want to play one of your songs? We have Summer Love on our thing. We can play you guys a song. You could see what he means by pop rap.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. Cause I remember sneaking out back when we were kids, breaking all the rules, didn't care what we did. Every night it would end just by a kiss. That summer that we discovered what love was for the very, very first time. Knew it was wrong, but it never felt so right. Made a promise that we'd never ever lose sight. That summer that we discovered. Let me tell a story about a boy and a girl. See, it was love at first sight, yeah, there was love in the world. They had some plans to be together, something more than just friends. And it was obvious that what they had was nothing pretend. Everything was aligned, the stars were too. See, it was made up in their minds, and the timing was smooth. Just how I'm rhyming to you, that's how they wanted to be. The love between them was like music, they just riding the beat. And it's a way full of mystery, cause nobody knows what the future holds or whether or not they supposed to be close. But it's the moment they chose, yeah, the top of their lives. And she was trying to be the perfect spot as a wife. And as the story goes, the love grew too. He was no more a part of a world untrue. They spent the nights together, went to bed with the kids. And what happens next, something that you don't wanna miss. Cause I remember sneaking out back when we were kids, breaking all the rules, didn't care what we did. Every night it would end just by a kiss. That summer that we discovered what love was for the very, very first time. Knew it was wrong, but it never felt so right. Made a promise that we'd never ever lose sight. That summer that we discovered. You see, the summer ends and them classes begin, and by now, well, you can bet they were still more than friends. Hope of promises they made and the love they expressed. A day away from one another seemed like more than a mess. He had to work to go to college, but she was going for free. So different in certain ways, but that's just how they see. She was done by noon, he was working by 3. By the time that he was out, well, she was going to sleep. And he knew that it was hard and wanted her to believe that all this time apart was somewhere that it just had to lead. So we called her up one night, told her go to the porch. He was standing there with flowers and a piece of a board. She asked him what it was, he said a puzzle piece. It was a treasure map, she was all that he needs. He said I'm trying to be complete and I can't be without you. So I come to ask you something if you say I do. Cause I remember sneaking out back when we were kids, breaking all the rules, didn't care what we did. Every night it would end just by a kiss. That summer that we discovered what love was for the very, very first time. Knew it was wrong, but it never felt so right. Made a promise that we'd never ever lose sight. That summer that we discovered. Yeah, hold up, you think we need to talk about this? Don't you remember all the plans, now you're walking out? Whatever happened to us? Whatever happened to we? You're acting like it's nothing, now you're giving up on the dreams. Do you remember sneaking out of class just to be close? Now you're sneaking out my life, my heart is telling me no. And I got down on my knee, cause girl, in us I believe no matter what the answer is, you're always something to me. Cause I remember sneaking out back when we were kids, breaking all the rules, didn't care what we did. Every night it would end just by a kiss. That summer that we discovered what love was for the very, very first time. Knew it was wrong, but it never felt so right. Made a promise that we'd never ever lose sight. That summer that we discovered. Cause I remember sneaking
do you
out
remember?
when we were kids.
The world was against us.
Didn't care what we did.
And though we thought we would make it,
just by a kiss.
but we were doing what they never dreamed of.
What love was.
And I remember that time that I made you laugh so hard that you cried. And I thought you were crying cause I said something wrong.
That summer that we
And that's what our love's about. And I remember those days. That summer was the best time of my life. And I will never forget it or forget you.
Hey guys, you're back again with Shade of Pink here on WUTT, the University of Tampa's one and only radio station. Listen to us online at WUTT.ut.edu, on air at 10:80 a.m., or on your phones with the TuneIn Radio app. You were just listening to Summer Love by Nicky Will. He's here with us in the station right now.
How's it going? How's it going?
Remember that you guys can call in and ask questions, talk to him, or just make comments or anything at 813-257-3656. The number again is 813-257-3656. So if you want to call in, request anything, talk to him, ask questions, feel free to do that.
Is it gonna ring loud? Or here? Is it like a blinking?
Well, you'll see a blinking light.
Waiting for it.
Waiting for the flashing light. Come on, guys.
Please call in.
Yeah, he wants us to call.
I want to get some questions or something. I need a challenge. I want someone to ask some crazy question. And I'm like, oh man, why'd you ask?
There you go. There's a challenge. So please call in. Again, it's 813-257-3656. So, do you want to tell us about being a musician? Like, what's the best part, in your opinion?
I think we were just talking about this the other day. I think the best part about being a musician that I realized is all the places that I've gone, that I've gotten to go to. I mean, like, a lot of the places I've been to, I've never would have gone just for no reason. I never would have known about certain things, and the experience in itself, you learn so much about life, and you can pretty much remove all the music aspect of it, and just you get to learn new things, meet new people, and kind of just get to explore, and you find out through the process like who you are as a person and where you like to be and stuff. Because you know, if I didn't do music, I think I probably would have stayed in New York my whole life and gotten a career there doing something.
Do you know what you would have done?
Oh, I have no idea. See, that's the problem. I don't know, because I'm not a desk job person. But I couldn't see myself, working in a food business my whole life or anything. Honestly, it's hard to even picture that because it's not what I want. But I do know that the experience of life is what I get out of it. I mean, I never would have. I never had a reason really to come to Florida other than it's nice and the weather and stuff. But
other than a vacation, maybe.
Yeah, a vacation. But even that was so far out of reach when I was in New York when I first got started. I never really even considered traveling to go perform or anything. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make it happen here. And then as I got older and more mature in my career, I realized it's not gonna happen where I was living. And I was like, I have to go somewhere else. And the whole process is just exciting. So yeah, that's why I think the question was what I like about being a musician.
Yeah,
Okay.
the best part.
Yeah, so I think that's the best part. And meeting awesome people that are like just super positive.
That's great.
So
do you want to tell us a few of the places you've been?
I've been to let's see. So I live in New York, and a lot of people think New York City, right? But I live like about 6.5, 7 hours from the city. So
which part of New York?
Upstate.
Upstate.
Rochester.
Okay, because I'm from New Jersey, so I kind of.
Okay, yeah, so you get it. You get it.
Yeah, I got you.
But I've gotten the chance to go to New York City, which is still close. You know, it's close, but it's not. It's still like a cool place to go. And like I said, I don't think I would have gone there on any other occasion, you know, unless somebody asked me. Georgia. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me is being able
Georgia?
to move there and go there. Here, Florida.
Florida, Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa. I honestly really haven't done too much traveling as far as like state to state,
Hmm.
but I've done a lot of traveling within states and stuff. But so far, I've been to New York City, Atlanta, Tampa. I think there's more. I just can't think right now.
Mhm. All right, let's expand that. Where
Yeah.
do you want to go?
Where do I want to go?
Yeah, if you could choose top 5, like the top 5 places that you want to go, whether it's in the country or international, where and why?
Well, I'm gonna start with Europe because
Okay.
I don't have any personal experience or knowledge of it, other than the fact that I've heard that people in Europe love. They're just huge fans of music, and there's so much love for music over there. I feel like they
Positivity.
just accept it,
Mhm.
which is why sometimes I find myself asking, like, what happened to this artist? And then next thing you know, you haven't heard about them because they've been on tour in Europe.
Mhm.
And through realizing that, I realized also that Europe is an awesome place for music. It's still alive out there, and it is here, but there's a different type of I think
Culture.
there's different culture out there. So people see music and listen to music a lot differently. Top 5, let's see. I think I would like to go to California just because I know that it's not specifically my genre of music out there. I could be completely wrong because there's a lot of awesome shows that happen out there with bigger artists, bigger pop artists. But I would like to go to California just for the experience of going and being able to go to California.
Do you know where in California? Sarah here is from California, actually.
What part of California?
I'm from the Bay Area, San Francisco, San Jose.
Jeez, I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know about California that much to know like where I should go. So I would be like, yo, let's go to LA.
LA, but San Francisco also has a lot of music.
And
They like the music.
what kind of music is out there? Am I wrong about the whole?
We've got a lot of different types of genres out in San Jose. In the Bay Area as well as LA. Because that's where everyone goes to because they want to become famous.
Right.
Although they mainly focus around the LA and the southern part of California, while up in like Central Cali, where I'm from,
Right.
we really don't have anything. But like New York, it's LA is kind of like New York, where you could get lost. And then, but San Francisco, they had like all those festivals, and they keep having festivals.
So it's kind of more spread out.
Yeah,
There's more.
so-
Okay.
So San Francisco. or
Yeah,
LA
I think
would be good.
See, now I know where I want to go in California.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Where else? It's a hard question. Because I know that I definitely want to go all over. I definitely don't want to skip anywhere. Unless you guys have any suggestions of places not to go.
Not to go.
Don't go to Providence, Rhode Island.
I already went there, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm from Rhode Island, don't.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I love Rhode Island. Probably because I wasn't living there.
Yeah.
But I liked it. Really awesome little. Where I was, it was like a little town. Really, really, just completely different than what I'm used to. But
Do you remember the name of the town?
No, it was. Oh
Was it
god.
Newport?
What's a big like you know how they have like the stadiums where they have like football games and stuff. What is like a big stadium there?
Ah, man, like the Pawtucket Red Sox. Like
I think
that
it was
kind of
like
a stadium, or-
I think it was like
Oh,
the Verizon Center or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. It used to be called the Dunkin' Donuts Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
In downtown Providence.
That's downtown?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was there a couple years ago. I decided to try out for X Factor. And that's how I ended up going to Rhode Island.
How
And
did
it was
that go?
cool. It was alright.
What did you think of the experience?
It was very stressful.
Yeah,
I really
could
don't-
imagine.
I don't know. Honestly, don't know how people perform at their best. Because it is so... just to register, because you fill all this paperwork out prior, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because you get there, you fill out the same thing. I waited in line for 7.5 hours in the cold rain, no umbrella, soaking wet, angry people everywhere, because, People just
Yeah.
in those kind of
Situations.
people are so on edge.
Mm-hmm.
People were pushing and just trying to like. It was very stressful.
Mm-hmm.
And I told my dad, I was like, man, we got to leave. I was so bad. I didn't even want to be there, and he made me stay there, which was great.
Mm-hmm.
The second day we stayed in line for about 2.5 hours. There's more sun.
Mm-hmm.
It rained for a little bit, but they had music playing. It was a little bit more festive.
So they have a process, like.
Oh, it's a terrible process. It's so bad. It really opened my eyes up to what people go through to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, by the time I got up there to audition, I was so like
just done.
Yeah, I was so done with the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I did good enough to get through 2 rounds, and I got
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I got to perform in front of
Mm-hmm.
the last round is in front of cameras, in front of the executive producers, and then if they pick you, then you go on on TV. It was a good experience, I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of people say, they ask me like, why don't you go on American Idol? Why don't you go on X Factor, The Voice? And I'm just like, I explained to them that there's a different different crowd of people that go to try out.
A different atmosphere.
And having, being that I've already kind of been doing this for like 5 years now, I kind of chose the path that I want to take to get to where I want to be, and that's not what I want. It's not. I thought about it. I mean, if had I gone on further, I wouldn't complain about it. But at this point, it's not something that I would go back and try out. But it's something I could say I did.
It wasn't the best fit for you.
Yeah.
I could understand.
Very stressful.
They make it seem so cheerful though, like on TV. God. But it's nice to hear like what actually happens during the process, because I don't think a lot of people know how stressful that can be.
There's, aside from the small chance that it rains and the weather's bad, you also there's a lot of people. So
I could imagine.
When I tried out, there was 6,000 people that tried out.
That same day?
That same day.
That's ridiculous.
6,000 people, and that gets to you after a while. You start to question, am I good enough to be here? Why am I here? Then you start to say, I have no chance. And it's like, for someone, a lot of people that go there, they maybe sing in the shower every day, and they're like, I'm great, I'm going to go try out. They're not ready for that. So when they get there and they see that, they break down. They have mental breakdowns because they're like, oh my God. They realize how many other people want to do that. And it's a different atmosphere, but people make it through it, and people become very successful through that show. So it's really all in you as a person, how you want to get to where you want to be.
Definitely. Like, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're going to just be miserable the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes they show people going to the hospital and stuff. That's real, because when I was in line for 7.5 hours, I didn't eat. I wasn't doing anything. So being so stressed and then not eating and stuff, you get lightheaded. You can pass out. You can, being that it was so cold, so many things. It's like being an animal. Really, you're like being an animal.
Just being held there.
Terrible. But I think The Voice, just to give it a little bit more positivity, I think The Voice is a good thing.
Yeah.
I think it kind of cuts out the middleman of all that stuff, and it gets straight to the point. They only put good people on there, so you're not worried about people going on there and messing around just to get good television. So I think The Voice is kind of going to push all the X Factor and American Idol out of the way.
Yeah, I would hope so, because The Voice, I like how it's blind auditions, where they can't really judge you by the way that you look.
Yeah.
And I know that appearance can have a lot of say in, what people think of you and of your music.
And it has a lot of, nowadays, at some point, they would take somebody with mediocre talent, but if they had the look that they were going for, they knew that they could shape them that way, they would do it. So The Voice kind of allows people to show their natural talent without being judged on anything else. So all the judges hear is their talent.
Have you considered The Voice?
Not really. Not enough to really say that it was a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
More or less just like, that'd be cool. I wonder what it's like. But
Yeah.
it's still not
enough to stand 7.5 hours.
Yeah, I think I like watching it more than I would like to be on it. I like to see the different avenues that people take to get to where they want to be. And like I said, not every avenue is going to be for me or for the next person. So
Oh, for sure.
So I like seeing how other people are going about this whole thing. Helps me learn, kind of.
It gives you a new perspective on things.
Yeah, exactly. So
It works. Well, what's the hardest part about being a musician?
There's a lot of them. I'll say this: being a musician, it's fun because you do what you love. Like I said, the experience and everything. The hardest part is probably staying focused and keeping your mind in a positive place with all the negativity. Because, like I said, there's going to be people that are like hating on you all the time. I mean, I still get comments on my videos sometimes, and I read them because I don't know why. Actually, no reason for that. If I read them and I'm just thinking, I'm like, why did it have to get there? But that's the hardest part, is trying to stay positive when people are trying to bring you down, because
people can be so mean.
It's hard. It really is, because no matter how much you believe in yourself, and how many people may say that you're great or they like your music and stuff, that one person can really change your day. So I think that's one of the hardest things, is just staying focused and realizing this doesn't happen overnight. People are going to hate on you, but at the end of the day, you're doing what you love. And that's what is the hardest thing, is keeping that in mind. I mean, I used to like respond to people like that. And then it just came to a point where it was wasting my time, and it doesn't bug me anymore. And I think once you get over that point, then it's not hard.
Things get a little easier.
Yeah, but then you just got to watch what you say, because you become comfortable. So you're like, who cares about that guy or whatever. So I think that's probably the hardest thing, because everything else is really, when you enjoy doing something, you don't look at it as like a job or something. Like if you like doing radio and you got to write these questions down and ask someone who is a gym major or something who doesn't like this, they may look at it and be like, I don't want to do that. But someone who really enjoys doing radio might be like, no, this is awesome. So you don't look at it as something that's difficult or anything. I don't really like writing papers. So for me to do that, I wouldn't like doing that.
Yeah.
That would be hard for me.
You wouldn't want to be an English major?
No.
I don't know how people do it. I'm a pre-med major, and I'm already like, no.
I like I like poetry.
Poetry?
But I like learning about things, but I don't like being
tested on it.
Do you guys watch Daniel Tosh?
Sometimes, yeah.
This is kind of, I don't know, this is funny, but he's like, I love it when people say, I'm a bad test taker. He's like, you mean you're stupid? He's like, you mean you fail to be good at the part where you remember everything you learned or everything you know or something. I don't know, it's just really funny. I'm like, that's me. That's what So I try to hesitate when I do say the whole, I'm a bad test taker.
I mean, it depends on the kind of teacher, too. Like, I know there are some exams where they're just like, they choose the most ridiculous and outlandish questions, and you're just sitting there like, I read this for 5 hours. I don't know what you were asking me.
Yeah.
And then they explain it, and they're like, yeah, it was actually this. Like, and you're like, why didn't you just say that?
Yeah, why don't you just, get straight to the point instead of add all those words? And so I don't like math. Word problems.
Oh, no.
Word problems were the bane of my existence.
Oh, my God.
Math was easy until they added letters into it.
Yeah.
It's so pointless, it seems, but
Math was never easy.
yeah. Math is kind of like, I looked at it this way. Someone told me, I was like, why do we have to learn math? It's so pointless. We're never going to use it, but it's not actually the problems, the word problems, like adding this or, I don't know, but it's about the way of thinking, not necessarily about the word problems. It's about
problem solving. And I can say, you know what? Math wasn't so bad because of that. It was just bad because for a very few times it held me back. So,
math was like, if I didn't pass that, I wasn't going to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I didn't like it. I feel like I had to do good. It's terrible.
Yeah, so that's like the one thing about school is you have to do well, or you're just out of luck.
Or you're gonna just keep having to do more, take the same class, and so kids stay in school and do good.
Study and learn.
Yes, definitely study.
Don't party.
Be a good test taker.
Be a good test taker.
Learn from bad test-taking experience.
Yeah.
That's Big Bear, by the way. He's joining us for this interview.
With my sparse words, yes.
Yeah, just in case anyone was wondering.
Very elegant though when he comes in. It's very great. I like it.
There you go. So come in more often. It's very confused right now.
This could get weird.
So what would you say is your most embarrassing moment up until...
In general, or like as far as like music wise?
Whichever one, or both. Doesn't matter.
I'm trying to think what would be easier to come up with. I should have thought more about this question. Embarrassing. Jeez. I really don't know. I'm not saying I don't get embarrassed. I get embarrassed. People just don't know about it.
I'll do another station ID while you think about it. Give you a little more
Let's
time.
do that, yeah. Let me brainstorm. Like I said, I'm not a good test taker, so.
So you're listening to WUTT, the University of Tampa's one and only radio station. Listen to us online at wutt.ut.edu, on the air at 1080 a.m., or on your phones with the TuneIn Radio app. We're here with Nicky Will. Don't forget that you can call us up, ask him a question. He's waiting for callers, and we haven't gotten one yet. So
I'm waiting by the phone.
He's very disappointed right now. So please just call in 813-257-3656. Again, 813-257-3656. For those of you just joining in, we just asked him what his most embarrassing moment is. And he's thinking about it.
I'm still thinking about it. Because I want to think of something really good. Because, I think I'd probably get embarrassed once a week, but I don't want it to be like something... Jeez, I don't know.
We had...
Okay, this isn't that embarrassing. It's just kind of funny.
Okay,
I was playing this show, and I don't know what it is, but at a lot of shows, people are like scared to be up like close to the stage. And it was like it was kind of like a showcase type show, so there was going to be a bunch of different artists performing and stuff. And people were like kind of like scared to be up by the stage. So I was like, all right, you guys don't want to come up here, I'm going to go down there. So I hopped off stage and I did my whole set basically on the same level as all of them. And
I'm sure they loved that.
Yeah, like people liked it. They actually got more into it because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was after the show, I was just hanging out and I was talking to one of the security guards, and I don't remember what he said, but he was basically just like, he's like, yeah, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it if you wouldn't jump off stage like that and walk on the ground like that and perform. And it was just like, I wouldn't say it was like embarrassing, but it was just one of those, it was weird. It was a weird experience. I was like, what am I supposed to do? It gets lonely up there on stage when people are just like chilling back. Like, I think I've had more embarrassing experiences when I was younger. I've had times where I was on stage and I had like a corded or a wired mic, and I would be performing and I would be like super into it or whatever, and I would step on the cord and I would just be like, and I would realize the cord was out, and that's pretty embarrassing. Just imagine being super passionate about something and then just something going wrong. That's pretty embarrassing as far as, the whole music thing goes. I really want to give you guys a super good answer for this.
Do you want to come back to it?
We might really have to come back to this because I don't mind telling embarrassing stories.
Okay, we can come back to it at the end of the interview.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, and we have to get back to the top 5 places because we only had one.
No, we had 3.
Yeah.
No, was it 3? No, it was California.
Where in Europe would you like to visit?
Just the whole Europe
area.
Loophole in that question.
I haven't given too much thought to these because I've thought about all these questions, but the thing is I haven't personally explored like where I want to go because I don't know, like when people go to Europe, I don't know where in Europe they go.
England, Paris.
Yeah.
Well, earlier you
Dubai.
said you might want to like do something with like metal.
Mm-hmm.
Berlin is a really good place for like metal music.
Like
Germany in general tend to love metal. I was there like a summer and a half ago. I befriended a metal band, Saint Age, out of Hildesheim.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever go to Germany, let me know and I can try hooking you up.
That
with
would
them.
be awesome. That would be so cool.
Yeah, you like German?
I'm not a big German rap fan. Have you guys ever heard German rap?
No.
I don't want to bash it. It's just not my cup of tea.
Some bands can be pretty good, but others are just like they miss it completely.
German. It's just super different because you don't know what they're saying. I mean, do you know German?
I know German people. I don't.
Well,
actual
I don't
German,
know if
I
that
only know the
counts.
cuss words, but
those are the most important.
Exactly.
They're the easiest
They get
to
you
learn.
the farthest.
Yeah, because you can tell. You don't have to know language to know if someone's being mean to you. So you just need to know what to say back to them.
That's true. And they're the easiest to learn and remember.
Yeah, they're
So
like quick. Yeah. It's always good to be bilingual in the cuss words.
So where do you get the ideas and like your inspiration for your music?
Definitely life experiences for sure. It's really hard to write about things that haven't. It's hard to be passionate about things that you haven't actually personally been through. Even something as simple as this one of the tracks you guys played that I sent you. It's called "Where I Grew Up."
I think, do we have that on the computer?
I am.
I think it's the first one you guys played.
Yeah, we did play it. Yeah.
That one, even a fun song like that actually takes personal experience because when I was writing it and I was producing it and everything, I was remembering really like the beaches in New York and stuff. New York has beaches. People don't know that.
I know. I went to the Bronx, and I went to one of the beaches there because my friend was having like her party, like her birthday.
Bronx?
Yeah, her birthday party.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
She was an aspiring actress, and she moved down to the Bronx, and she was like, "Yeah, there's a beach here, and there's fireworks. Come, I'm gonna have a birthday party." So I went down.
The beach there?
Yeah, I was so confused, but he's right. There are beaches there, even in the Bronx.
They're not these kind of beaches. Like the beaches they have here are beautiful. Really, they keep up with them pretty well, right?
Yeah.
See the beaches. Here, like the water is not water you want to swim in.
They're very
Coney
crowded
Island,
too.
or Coney Beach or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I went there for the Improv Everywhere Black Tie Beach Day.
Yeah.
Or whatnot, and it was like dark and depressing even on a sunny day. I was
you're like, this is the beach I want to be at.
Where am I?
Yeah. That's kind of New York has the beach that I'm thinking of. It's called Charlotte Beach. It used to be a beautiful beach, but I think they maybe just weren't getting enough funding for it, so it's kind of going downhill a little bit.
I could totally get into like the environmental aspects of this, but I'm pretty sure and nobody wants to hear about all like the seven.
It's always interesting.
Garbage patches in each of the oceans, but that's one of.
Oh, you're saying how there's garbage in?
Yeah, there's 7 of them. People only hear like the Atlantic garbage patch and the Pacific garbage patch, but each ocean has one because each one has like this huge gyre.
Yeah.
Like this wave pool or collection of currents.
Uh-huh.
So it's all piling up there, and then occasionally a few bits float out to the beaches, and nobody picks them up because it's too much.
There are garbage patches? No.
I can believe that.
There's garbage patches.
Like blueberry patches and
No.
strawberry patches.
Oh, I wish.
Sounds like a magical land.
Yeah. You guys want to go pick some garbage?
I wish, but no.
Yeah, that's
It's like instead of cherry picking, let's go garbage picking, guys.
Oh god.
No, it's not. Like,
I love how off topic we get.
Right.
We got off topic at like the third question. not even answering these like fully, but it's cool, right?
No, it's good. It's
okay.
fun.
You said you wanted a question that would stump you from someone who would call in, but since we have no callers yet, I think I may have at least something to throw you a bit.
Okay.
Ooh, let's see what he has.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Oh yeah.
Garbage picking?
Garbage picking. I love garbage picking.
Garbage picking in an Elmo costume.
God, these questions are so hard. They're things I don't think of on a daily basis.
You wanted something to stump you, so
no, that definitely.
You said you're up for a challenge.
Yeah, that's a challenge. Holy crap. What's your guilty pleasure?
No, I asked you first.
I want to get some ideas flowing, creative juices. Because I probably have one, but I'm thinking too hard about it.
I would definitely have to say listening to the soundtrack of the Hunger Games and Twilight.
You just like enjoy it.
I just like the soundtrack. The songs that are on there, they're actually pretty good. I just don't like watching the movies.
I have a good one. I get it. You actually helped me with that. Okay.
There you go.
You guys ready for this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like listening to. It's gonna get serious, and then it's gonna get like, oh god, he just said that kind of thing. So, I like to really connect with another artist, whether it be someone who's kind of like famous or well known. I like to listen to unplugged versions, like acoustic. It's my favorite. And believe it or not, I think Justin Bieber is talented. I like Justin Bieber's music.
Justin Bieber.
And I only say that because prior to listening to him acoustic, I thought that I didn't think he could sing. And kind of being able to see him in a different environment where he's unplugged, he's just got a guitar or his guitar guy and he's just singing. I was like, he's pretty good. So when people are like telling me I look like him because of my hair or whatever, or I sound like, whatever the case may be, I'm just like, you know what, he's good, I don't care. So that's kind of a guilty pleasure. I throw Justin Bieber on occasionally, but don't judge me.
Okay.
Would you be a believer then?
No.
No, not that level.
I wouldn't go that far.
Not that far yet.
No, I mean, he's making a lot of poor choices. So,
That's true.
I don't believe in that.
No.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, what did I do?
Play on words.
So yeah, I would say that's probably,
Would you recommend his unplugged acoustic sessions?
for anyone who doesn't believe that he can sing, yeah.
Okay.
So
we
if
should
you guys
check that
don't
out.
believe, check it out.
Check out the Bieber.
Okay.
So, I mean, what would you say that your music reflects on you? I know we keep like jumping from topic to topic, but
Yeah. As far as sorry.
just what does your music reflect about you?
Like what is it
Like about your personality or about your life? I mean, it kind of goes back to the whole like what did I ask?
it was about the
What inspires
which I never
music,
answered
yeah.
that.
I don't think you answered that either.
Oh my god, should I start with that question and then like kind of
Well, you said your life and then it kind of trailed.
Yeah.
so bad. I need to work on this. Okay, inspiration for writing honestly comes down to the music. I always start with the music. Back when before I moved here, I used to produce all my own music. So I would literally sit down, produce a whole track, and then based off of the feeling and mood of that track, I would get ideas from certain things that maybe happened in my life or things I've experienced. And it could be good or bad, but that's pretty much where I get my inspiration from when it comes to writing. And what was the other question?
What does it reflect about you or your personality or?
Okay. I think that my music, I could be wrong. My personality is very hyper, very as you can see, very everywhere, very ADD.
Very fun.
Yeah, very very fun. We all have our days, but for the most part, I'm super upbeat. I love to be as positive as I can and try to just stay happy. And I think that my music does a pretty good job of reflecting that side of me. Because for the most part, all my music is pretty happy. Yeah.
I can see that from what you've sent us.
It seems pretty happy.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to send you guys any depressing stuff.
I mean, we'd play them, but
Good to know.
Yeah.
See what I can dig up.
just send us whatever you want.
Just play like Summer Love, and people are like, and this next guy is the same guy, but in a different place.
In his different album.
Yeah.
This was made after the interview.
Pre-divorce. Psych.
He just didn't like us. So he made it.
This is a diss track that he made for us, for the station.
And it's just depressing songs. Like,
Especially for us.
How he hates us all.
Shada Pink's the worst interviewer ever. Like, that's track number 1. And then
Guilty
track number
pleasures.
2.
Who says that?
Yeah, that's track number 2.
Who is that guy? No,
Peaches, that's
no, you
number
guys are
3.
great. You guys are good.
Yeah.
See, we cleared that up when she said, "Is there any questions you don't want me to ask?" I was like, just don't make me look bad. But maybe I did that on myself. Maybe I just make myself look bad. I don't know if that's it.
No, I don't think so. I think people like you better. Or like more, because
Yeah,
they'll see
people
your
don't like me
personality.
before.
No, they do. I didn't mean it.
Like that People article in the magazine. Stars, they're just like us.
They're just like,
No, I didn't
Only
mean it
different.
that way. I mean, they'll like see a different side of you.
yeah.
And then attract more fans.
hmm
And yeah.
That's what I want, because I think my music, like back to the whole like the way that people maybe perceive me through my music. I think that it definitely shows my personality, but I don't think it shows it enough.
Mm-hmm.
As nervous as I get, it's weird. I get nervous around like big crowds of people.
Mm-hmm.
But as nervous as I get, I like being able to let people in on who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything to hide. I'm not trying to be anybody that I'm not. Because it's really hard to upkeep that.
Mm-hmm.
To be someone you're not. Act like you have a lot of money. That's super hard to do.
Mm-hmm. And being who you are is just going to get you further.
Right. It might take longer
Mm-hmm.
because it may not be like as flashy, but it's going to be more.
You won't be fake, and people will appreciate that.
Yeah. It'll be more solidified of like a
Mm-hmm.
fan base and people, because a lot of those like superstar like
Mm-hmm.
images, the people that are just carrying an image, they kind of fade out real quick because everyone's heard about having a lot of money and having chains and nice
Mhm.
cars.
Definitely. And I wouldn't worry too much about getting nervous in front of crowds. Actually, I read an interview with Maroon 5, and Adam Levine said that he used to sing with his back facing the audience.
Really?
Yeah, for like his first couple years.
Oh my god. How
So-
do you do that?
I don't know, but he did. So, I mean,
How does that work?
I guess he made it work.
Just act
don't
like you
know.
don't want a picture taken of you.
He put a picture of himself on the back of his shirt, so he just
Yeah, there you go.
This is my face.
They put a
everyone.
billboard of him out front,
Yeah.
and he's just in the back room singing.
it's just like a cardboard cut. Yeah.
It's like, why is Adam Levine not moving?
That's funny. That's funny. Oh yeah. You guys know Sia, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like her thing that she does all the time, but for that song Chandelier, she performs it in a corner on stage with her back facing the crowd.
Huh.
Interesting.
That's yeah.
Yeah, I think it's part of the show.
Probably.
But she kind of looked into it and said that she doesn't want to be famous.
Oh, okay. But
And the same hand, because she writes for. When I heard that song, I thought it was Rihanna. She
Mhm.
writes for Rihanna though, which is why she
it
sounds
sounds
like her.
like that.
But if you don't want to be famous, you wouldn't
Go on tour.
go into put a song out there like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, because of that song, she's gotten interviews now. She's not behind the scenes anymore. So I think it's a show.
Yeah, I
It's
think
interesting to think that somebody doesn't want to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
So
That might just be her thing.
yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, I don't want to be famous, and then it just gets her more famous because
That's how
she's
it
like,
happens. And people have no idea that. Like, oh, Rihanna wrote a great song.
nope, it's Sia.
She actually can't spell. No, I don't know. I'm just no. If you actually heard her talk, have you ever heard Rihanna talk?
No.
No.
She has a very thick accent 'cause she's from Barbados. And
I can
she-
see that.
She has a very thick accent.
I know, I don't particularly like.
What happened?
Well, I don't know if this is all her concerts or it was just this one particular tour, but when she was back in California, I went with some friends for like this birthday party. I was like chaperoning because I was the oldest one there, and she came out. She was late and she was singing her song, and then like how they stop and they talk and they try to interact with the audience. Well, she was just really rude about it, and every other word was a cuss word, and like I had some people in the group that were like 13, and
oh wow,
I was like, this isn't a family friendly.
So it was just kind of like not a good show.
Yeah, it probably just wasn't like a good show, or it was just based like a theme on her tour. But
yeah, bad theme.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just one.
It's like the Windows 98 theme. She knew.
Yeah.
Windows 2000.
Yeah, it was just like probably that one tour, but I haven't been to another one since.
Maybe she was having a bad day.
That's true.
But I mean, I heard she had like a ticket giveaway type thing where like they could travel with her on her 7-day tour, and apparently she was like that on that tour too.
Really?
Like she just didn't talk to anyone on the plane,
That's so
and like they
weird.
were there for her. I don't know.
Yeah,
Awesome
I've been to a
fans.
few concerts, and that one was the only one that I actually didn't really like.
Yeah. That really you can lose fans so easily like that.
Yeah.
Something so simple is just not seeming like you care.
And that goes back to what you were saying before about how you have to be careful with what you say, especially online to like people, because that can make or break like your fans.
Yeah. I think kind of going along with kind of letting people into your real life and what you do. I think to a certain extent you still have to have some professionalism, because when I post, like, we all know there's a lot of stuff on Facebook that is just so like, there's a lot of stuff I see on there, and it's so negative, and I'm like, why do you post that? And in my mind, I really want to reach out and just like,
We have a caller.
Oh wow, we have a caller.
say something about that.
Do you?
Okay.
Hello.
She's
this
gonna.
is
You can keep talking while
WUTT.
she. Oh, so I guess someone hung up on us.
That's funny.
I got scared.
I don't know what to say.
I'm like, I don't know.
That was so
We're not making fun of you,
We're
caller.
They're like, oh, we have a caller.
Please call back.
like,
We got
wow.
really
Is it just
excited.
one flash or a continue?
No,
It
it should be
continue,
continued.
It
Flash.
should continue.
Yeah.
So
Wait, do you want to drop it though, so that we can get more calls? Yeah.
Oh man.
As no one else can call. She keeps on going. I wonder why we didn't get any calls.
I've actually never done. Oh,
Wait, is that? Do you want to? Is
hello,
it?
this is WUTT, University of Tampa's one and only radio station.
I hear someone talking.
I hear them too. Hello, can you speak up, please?
Is there humans?
I think so. No,
Oh,
it's an
God,
alien.
I'm up again.
I'm sorry. Do you want
Want
to?
to hear them or
No. If we put it on the air, you can hear.
hear it through
Okay. Do you want to call back again, caller? We can.
Maybe on a different phone. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
We can put you on the air if you want. If you want to talk to Nicky Will. Sarah Orr is answering the phone because she's closest to it right now. So
All this pressure.
don't
on
be
me now.
discouraged if you don't hear his voice.
It cannot be on.
I know we asked about Nicky Will's embarrassing moment, but this is my embarrassing moment. I've actually never handled the phone before.
Oh man.
You can call at 813-257-3656.
Johnny's Pizza Shop.
Please call us again. We were really excited. Like
Wait for it.
we're
The anticipation is building.
No.
We scared him off.
yeah, probably.
Darn.
We said we'd put him
Oh,
on
man.
there.
It's like when you like call like a place to order food and you like didn't prepare what you wanted to eat and they're like, hey, how can I help you? You're like, oh man, I don't know.
Hang up.
I don't know.
Or you keep them on the phone and you're like,
Just give me like 10 minutes. Just hit the
Do you have
line.
pizza? This is Pizza Hut. Do you have pizza?
What kind of time?
Yeah, what kind? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to go on the air. We can make it a personal phone call with Nicky Will for $5 a minute.
no, he's
Yeah,
joking
I'll
about the
come back.
$5.
All proceeds go to cleaning up the garbage thing in the ocean.
Yeah,
There
cleaning
you
up the
go.
garbage patches.
You can fund his hobby, garbage picking.
Garbage.
Please fund my garbage picking hobby. It's very strenuous.
It's very important to him. He just
I need to
like
get tools for it.
Yep.
Like a raft.
I need a
A life jacket.
Go to Walmart, give me a life jacket and a raft.
He's at the station right now. You can bring it over.
Please.
Maybe he'll take you with him on an expedition.
Yes. Next person who calls in gets to go with me garbage picking
In the middle of the ocean.
in the middle of the ocean. Bring your raft. BYOR. Bring your own raft.
And life jacket.
And a paddle, hopefully.
Yeah, or a motor.
I mean, they could always just paddle with their arms. Like,
Yeah.
swim.
Yeah.
Come out with muscles.
This
You
could
can
really
push
benefit
my raft.
everybody involved.
You're trying to be environmentally friendly, so you bring a motor.
But it runs on vegetable oil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
There you go.
See? That's,
Yeah, but you didn't say that, so you know.
No.
he saved me. There you go.
Speaking of hobbies, do you have anything
Other than garbage picking.
other than garbage picking and music?
No, I actually don't have a life.
It's just garbage picking and music.
Yeah.
He sings on it with his guitar, just in the
Yes.
middle of the
I sing to the
ocean.
garbage. I speak to it.
That's how
A
it comes
nice
to you.
serenade.
I serenade. I serenade the marinade that's in the garbage. That was stupid. Anyways.
New song.
a new song coming out.
Serenade the
Ode to
marinade.
Garbage.
Serenade Ode to Garbage. It's a really song that really hits home with me.
He
But all
sings
the
it.
trash in my life.
You know when you walk outside and you just see that garbage bag, just so sad.
And then you
Tearing
think,
up right now, just thinking about it.
and then you think, I picked that. I picked that
That's
garbage.
my work. I am an artist. Artiste. Okay, back to the hobbies.
Back to the hobbies.
Yes, back to the hobbies.
Yeah, I like I really like traveling. I really like going on adventures and just trying new things. Like, hey, I've never done this. Let me just go drive there or whatever.
Mhm. So
I
that
like-
kind of goes back to where you want to visit.
No.
It connects everything when there is
I
no
know.
connection.
No, because traveling,
Yeah,
like
right.
visiting
Top 5
places.
I think with that part of it, with the hobby part of the traveling.
Okay, we'll talk about that part.
It's like something more like domestic. So it's like if I'm in Georgia and I keep hearing about places in Georgia, by the way, that people are like, this is awesome, you gotta go there. I heard Savannah's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys ever been.
No.
Have you?
Yeah, Savannah's pretty nice.
It is pretty cool.
I went during the summer and it was like 105, like 115 with humidity. I was dying.
That sounds.
I'm like, I can't
fun.
even
That
enjoy this right
doesn't-
now. But it
Okay.
seems like a really cool place.
It's a really cool place. So like something like that, you know, it's like I think it's like a 3-hour drive from where I live. Stuff like that. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna take a trip, take a 1-day trip, a 2-day trip. I really like doing stuff like that. Other than that, before really getting into music and stuff, I did sports. I played football, basketball, and baseball.
What position in baseball? That's like the one thing I know about. Baseball, and I
Left
kind of know
bench.
soccer.
I was the water boy. Outfield, actually. I played outfield. Yeah. Hated outfield when I was younger.
You didn't really?
Nobody can hit the ball in outfield when you're like 5.
Oh, that's true.
Nobody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But when you're older, that's all where they hit it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's, you know, baseball was like my top hobby when I was a kid.
Yeah,
That was like, I wanted to be pro.
pro. What
Never
baseball
made
team?
it. Would I want to play
Mhm.
for?
Or do you root for? I mean,
I don't, really. It's funny. I just like watching baseball. Because the thing is, I'm from New York, and if I say
Mhm.
Yankees, I'm just like on the bandwagon. And if I say
hey, I
anywhere
like
else,
the Yankees. Come
you're on
on.
the bandwagon.
I know.
But I do like the Yankees. But
Mhm.
I don't say it because, you know.
Yeah, because they're just gonna be like, yeah, New York.
And then if I say I like another team, people are gonna ask me questions about them.
Or like Red Sox.
Yeah, that's out of the question.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, kind of like how everyone finds out I'm from the Bay Area. They're like, oh, do you like the Giants? I'm like, yeah, I do, but I'm not one of those people who just jump on the bandwagon when they won.
But yeah, you're just like, oh, cool. Just cool to watch.
Cool.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sport ball.
Sport ball. So, if you had to choose one word to describe yourself, what would you choose? And why? Did she say baseball?
Was that a caller? One word.
Just goes, I'm a rebel. Just like 3 words.
That's
I know.
I know. That's why.
It's the small victories, yeah.
I would say, I'm trying to think of this. There's a word I want to say, but I can't think of it.
It's like on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah, it's like right here. I can't figure it out. Probably like adventurous.
Adventurous.
Or spontaneous, kind of.
Well, choose one. We only said 1 word, man.
That's so adventurously spontaneous.
That's 2 words still.
There's a hyphen in there. You
can
hear
connect
it.
them. Yeah, they're connected. They're interconnected with one of those bridges things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say like spontaneous. We'll go with that one. Okay. It really plays along with my whole ADD thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just yeah, and the coffee doesn't help either. It just totally throws me off the edge. But yeah, spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
I'm really up to try I really like to try new things, and I want to have a legacy.
Yeah.
When I have grandkids, I want to have a story, not just like I went to college and did a lot of drugs and I was drinking a lot and that's it.
That's life.
Yeah, and that's life. I want to, because my grandparents were really cool and I learned a lot from them.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa was in World War II.
Oh.
And I'm like, Gramps, you're pretty cool, man. But stuff like that is awesome. And he has, he had, before he passed away, he had all this stuff from those times. And I want to, because I felt like knowing that and learning that as a young kid was so interesting that I think it would be cool to kind of pass something on
to your kids and
your
grandkids.
Yeah, I want to have a story. I don't want to be boring.
You don't want to be boring?
Yeah, I don't want to be boring. I was
boring.
Born, yeah.
I thought you said I don't want to be boring. I was like, wait.
We won't get into that.
Yeah. Do you want to play another song?
Sure.
Real quick?
Sure.
Go ahead, Sarah. Introduce the song and...
All right, here is our next song here on Tomorrow's Fix at WUTT, University of Tampa's one and only. It's by Nicky Will, Hands High.
If you're feeling good, put your hands up high. Just like this, just like this. If you're feeling so alive, throw 'em side to side. If we're gonna do it right, then let's do it all night. If you're feeling good, put your hands up high. Just like this, just like this. If you're feeling so alive, throw 'em side to side. If we're gonna do it right, then let's do it all night. Yeah, is it a sin to be different or act the same? Ever since I was spitting, they react the same to so. And I don't give them 2 cents. Nice to know I made a blueprint. Knees deep in this music, proven fluently my hip-hop is taught to these school kids. And you can try and test the waters. Ice coldness on the ship I charter. Nice accents, passports and autumn. In a life with a struggle, but this gift is awesome. I swore never sell my soul. Reroute iPhone, get around that toll. And my mom's so proud of the gold that includes her son trying to crown that gold. Fist pound round town, out control. This is when I bow down and kiss the floor. Listen to the crowd and all that soul. I could've sworn it kinda sound like a Super Bowl. New food, get some like a sushi roll. Yeah, it's how you should roll. If you're feeling good, put your hands up high. Just like this, just like this. If you're feeling so alive, throw 'em side to side. If we're gonna do it right, then let's do it all night. If you're feeling good, put your hands up high. Just like this, just like this. If you're feeling so alive, throw 'em side to side. If we're gonna do it right, then let's do it all night. Yeah, I'm so cold, swore I turned on the Bunsen, feeling lukewarm like high school lunches. Yeah, so I play with myself. Phone so cold that it's praying for help. No service and my soul won't sell, and I'm nervous but my flow so swell. It's hard for most to admit that a kid like this can be known as the shit, but the proof can be found in a fanny pack zipped in a side pocket right next to the matches. Old school, putting cash in your mattress. Yeah, it's on tonight, so all I'm asking is, if you're feeling good, put your hands up high. Just like this, just like this. If you're feeling so alive, throw 'em side to side. If we're gonna do it right, then let's do it all night. If you're feeling good, put your hands up high. Just like this, just like this. If you're feeling so alive, throw 'em side to side. If we're gonna do it right, then let's do it all night. Let's do it all night. Cause I wanna be so if you're feeling good, put your hands up high. Just like this, just like this. If you're feeling so alive, throw 'em side to side. If we're gonna do it right, then let's night.
And we are back with our live interview with Nicky Wills here at WTT, University of Tampa's one and only radio station. I'm Sarah Rahr, and you are listening with Shada Pink.
Hey, hey.
And Nicky Wills.
Hey, who?
All right. And Shada Pink, I'm sorry. What is the next question?
What is your favorite type of music?
I bet you probably think the kind of music that I make.
I see.
One would assume,
I see
but-
like metal.
No.
No.
Rock.
I was gonna say country, but
Don't
then
be
you said you
fooled by
didn't
the
have.
cut-off jean shirt that I have.
Wait, no, pop.
No.
No, I know it's not country because you
My
said.
favorite kind of music is I really like jazz.
Jazz.
Yes.
I can see it.
Yeah.
I
I love
can see
jazz. It's weird because being my favorite kind of music, you think it's something I listen to all the time, but I actually don't. I listen to a lot of pop, a lot of top 40, I listen to a lot of that to stay inspired about pop music, and I love pop music, but jazz music is there's so many possibilities for it that when you listen to it, you don't have to like. There's no like repetition, and that's what I like about it, and it kind of allows me to step away from the everyday like normal life in general. I can listen to jazz and just kind of relax and not think. I can turn my brain off. I don't have to listen to words. There's really no words to the kind of jazz I listen to. And yeah, I love jazz. But I like world music too. Have you ever kind of like ventured out and just listened to like, I don't know, I'll just be clicking through stations in my car and like a station will come on that has like, what would you say? She hates it. But it'll be like the weirdest,
Asian music.
it's kind of
K-pop,
so
J-pop.
weird.
Weird, like, strange.
It could be K-pop, but I have a recording on here.
You have a
There's a
recording?
Yeah, it could be I have a few recordings on here, so don't judge me.
No judgment.
I remember the good old days before we had smartphones.
Okay, that's not it.
You want to put it on the?
I
don't know if you can hear it.
Oh, so like. Oh, okay. So it's like very old style, like
I don't even know.
Asian, like very with the like.
Instrumental?
Yeah, it's like
It sounds like if you go to their like
the monasteries.
tribes or
Yeah, like a traditional instrumental.
Yeah.
Traditional. They use
Yeah.
like real instruments, like I don't know how you like what you would call them.
I don't know.
I know there's some that are string.
Yeah, you could hear the string in there.
There's just so
Yeah.
many. I think that's called world music.
Yeah.
It's just completely different music than what you kind of have to go out there and search for it. And I love music like that because it's so different that it gives you a new perspective on music. So I don't listen to that every day.
No, it's
I'd
just
probably be a
like-
really strange person if I did.
It's like, yeah, guys, I have instrumental music, but I do pop and rap and
Yeah.
you know.
And you'll find that you'll find that with a lot of artists. For instance, my producer, he's before he produced, he was an artist, and he does like heavy like rock, like, and he's a rocker, but he's a pop producer, and a lot of the music he listens to is top 40. Because I really don't think he listens to a lot of rock. I think he just plays it, and it's common.
I can
Did you
see
ask
it.
G-Eazy this question?
No, we didn't.
Can we get him on the phone?
I don't have his number.
Okay.
I wish.
It's close.
It was close. We had an embarrassing story like with him.
Does he want? You did.
I don't know. He had a nosebleed like in the middle of one of his shows in
Ooh.
college.
Oh my god.
So I mean,
That's pretty embarrassing.
yeah.
What do you do?
He just like went on and finished and then walked off.
Because
Like,
I know
with
in
the
sports, if
nosebleed?
you're
Yeah,
bleeding,
like
you're
he's
off
just
the
like
court.
covering it.
Wow. I mean, his style of rap is like
It's interesting.
enough to where he could go on stage with a nosebleed and it'll be acceptable. Be like part of his show.
Yeah.
I think
Like-
it was back in college though, so it was like
It was
before.
before he-
Yeah.
Became famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool
Yeah.
though. I know. You guys know Machine Gun Kelly?
I've heard of
Sounds
them.
familiar.
Yeah, it sounds
He's
really
got, like,
familiar.
a ton of tattoos. Like his
Mhm.
shows are crazy. People get punched in the face.
What?
He gets punched in the face. Like I remember there was a picture.
He gets punched in the
Yeah, he
face.
show.
Because people go so crazy at his shows. His shows are so high energy, and he jumps into the crowd, and people like he gets into the mosh pits and stuff. So he'll get wah boom hit in the face, and he's like, "Yeah, love it." So what I'm trying to get at is one person's embarrassing moment could be one person's
Glory.
claim
Glory.
to fame. I
That's
don't know.
Would you want to get punched in the face?
But I'm very open
I
to the
don't-
fact that
Money maker.
at some point someone may throw a bottle at me on stage because I feel like it happens to everybody.
Like a
Everyone-
shoe?
Yeah, like
A shoe. No, that was George
bottle.
Bush.
That
George
was
Bush
just
got the
like-
shoe.
But it happens to anyone, like from a musician to the president.
Yeah. So
Shoe.
I kind of stay open to that.
Yeah?
I hope not. I mean, really, I hope not. I don't think I'm mean or anything, but
So please don't throw bottles at him
Or
at shows.
no bottles
But-
or shoes. Full bottles,
Apples
full
or
plastic bottles of
tomatoes
water.
or-
Oh yeah, no tomatoes or apples
No
or any other
tomatoes.
fruits and vegetables.
So-
yeah, nothing that can hurt him.
Yeah, grapes though. I love grapes. So
Grapes?
Yeah.
Aim for the mouth.
Yeah, grapes is good.
Just catch it mid-song, like, oh, thanks for the grape, guys.
You see-
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Grapes at my show.
So if you had a fan who wanted to bring you something,
What would it be?
what would it be? Would it be grapes? Grapes and water bottles.
Grapes. Wait, was that a real question, or was that like just because of that? Because I'm gonna either answer it seriously, or I'm just gonna go along with this whole lot.
It could be whichever one you
Seriously,
want.
and
Give me
joke
some
around.
grapes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do both. 'Cause why
Yeah,
not?
give me some grapes.
Grape. Or bottled water.
Yeah. I don't know. I think what's really cool is when fans make pictures or they do stuff
Mhm.
like creative stuff, because it's like,
They spent the time.
yeah,
The
that
effort.
stuff's really cool. I think I had someone draw a picture of me one time,
Yeah.
which is
That's
really cool. Someone
cool.
painted me a picture too,
Ooh.
which is cool. I like hang them up and stuff
Mhm.
because it kind of keeps me positive.
Positive.
Remembering like, when people are
That you
trying
have
to-
dedicated fans.
yeah, you like,
Confidence boost.
yeah, exactly. I'm great.
Do
but
the
it's-
muscle man pose.
Yeah. But it's cool to know that people people may look up to you to a point to where they're like I want to draw, like, I don't know, they take their time to do that. That's awesome. Like, that's cool. I think that's really awesome. And people's time nowadays is very valuable.
It's
So,
true, yeah.
as we saw when we were promoting at the One Direction concert. Oh my god. We were trying to hand out flyers, right?
hmm
And I didn't realize how powerful the One Directioners were. They're crazy. Absolutely
I've heard
crazy
that they were
diehard
insane.
fans.
Yeah,
They, like-
we are.
They just, I mean, we had a lot of awesome, like, girls that were like, yeah, I'll check them out. But there was girls that were like so diehard One Direction fans, they were not open to anything. Like, it was like, they're like, ew. it was very interesting. So to have, to take it back to people taking their time to make you something, it's really awesome. Kind of
Mhm.
like, it's one of those moments where you're like, this is why I'm doing this. This is what makes it worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Have you gotten anything really crazy?
Not really. Not yet. Cross my fingers.
Waiting for it?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, listeners, another challenge.
Yeah. Send me something crazy. What would
Something
be crazy,
crazy.
though? What would be
I
like?
don't know.
Depending on what.
Don't send me a dead cat. That's wrong.
That is so
Please don't do
wrong.
that.
The fact that you.
I'm
thought
allergic to
that.
cats, so it just
Oh,
would be all.
don't send him a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
if
don't
it's
know.
like a kitten, I'll take it.
Like, I've heard people giving their favorite artist like a bracelet made out of their teeth.
Seriously?
For real, like they were talking about how someone like, I don't remember which band it was, but someone like
God.
made them a bracelet out of baby teeth, like from their like, I don't even know.
That makes me sick just thinking about it. I really thought that was going somewhere like, oh, they made a bracelet out of macaroni or something.
No.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'll take a
Yeah, that'd be
macaroni
nice.
necklace any day or something. But that is terrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
What I
Some-
was thinking of was like undergarments.
Oh, yeah.
Nickelback.
Yeah.
They'd get like
I was thinking
thongs
some
and
girls
bras.
Oh,
thrown up.
Yeah, I got,
Yeah. My crazy is not as crazy as Shada Pink's crazy, apparently.
No, I read an interview with some band, and they're like, yeah, we get these weird things. But no,
I don't doubt it.
Bras are very common. That's what G-Eazy was saying. He was like, yeah, they just throw it with their numbers and their friends' numbers in it, and you're just like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, bras like very. It's like when you think of something being thrown on stage, aside from like bottles and stuff, you think of bras and underwear. But I bet you they're not even like.
Probably not. They just bought it. Like,
Yeah.
Victoria's Secret.
Here you go.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Just to make it look good. Buy a big bra, make it look like you're bigger than you are.
I think that with my fans, like the type of fans I have, my fans are young. I would hope.
Yeah,
But they
you
don't do
want
that?
I really.
you never know. Some girls, like, no comment.
We are so not promoting this type of behavior
Yeah, but I don't know
here
what
at
to say right
WUTT.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to the questions
Please
now.
make macaroni bracelets.
Yeah, that's cool.
And,
Yes, those
and
are cool.
drawings.
Glitter. We like glitter.
Lots
food.
of glitter.
Make
You don't
a pop of the envelope.
Yeah, see, that's cool. Creative stuff.
Yes.
It's not creative to take your bra off and throw it on stage.
It's very
it's
true.
not.
It's a bad choice. Not a creative choice.
Trashy.
Yeah.
So we're condoning that kind of behavior. Just
Not at my concerts.
not at his concerts. Just keep that in mind. So do you want to tell us your biggest musical inspirations?
Well, they're kind of all over the place. Only because as the years have gone on, I've kind of learned about new artists along the way, and kind of changed as an artist as far as what I like and what style I believe that I am and what I enjoy. So I guess currently, like I said, I'm really into the like acoustic type stuff. Asher Roth, you guys remember Asher Roth?
Yeah.
He had the I Love College song.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
He pretty much, I want to say he's kind of hipster in a way. Like the way that his shows that he does, his fans, the way he's dresses very, I'll say retro. That sounds cooler. Yeah, retro. But I like his style. I'm inspired by him because he kind of had that hit on the song, on the radio, and then he took a different direction with it. He decided it wasn't really for him to be in the spotlight like that, and he kind of went underground. And I'm very open to where my career will go as far as that goes. I mean, am I open to being super successful and being being on TV and all that stuff? Yeah, that'd be great. But I'm also open to the fact that I could be
More of an underground?
yeah, more of an underground, because I really respect underground artists, because there's a lot of that's where you find most of the best music. So he's one of my inspirations, just because of that. And it's funny because he doesn't even do my kind of music, but just him as an artist he's very positive, and he just really, really cool, I guess. I never met him. I thought I saw him one time. That was embarrassing. I didn't say hey. I was driving by a gas station. I saw a dude that looked like him. And I was like, oh my God. So I circled around. Driving by. I was like, nah, that guy's too fat. Asher Roth is like really, really skinny. Like retro hipster looking dude. But
Yeah.
anyways. Other inspiration. I'm a big Ed Sheeran fan.
He's really good.
I kind of put him in the same type of boat as Asher Roth, in the sense of what he's doing. I mean, he's super popular now, but I think the way that Ed is as an artist, I think that it's still very underground. His mentality, he's a very humble kid. He's not like, isn't at his huge head like, oh, I'm so great. He's just very humble, and I look up to people like that because it's very easy to get lost. When people start liking you and paying attention to you, it's very easy to get lost in that and
In the hype.
Yeah, and the hype would be like, yeah, I'm so gay. Especially because a lot of musicians were the people that were in high school that were not popular. You know, I was never popular in high school. I was like in the middle, hung out with everybody. So I was always under all the. No one ever paid attention to me. You know, so now that I'm doing this, it could be very easy for someone to hype me up and me just start thinking I'm the greatest thing that ever happened. I mean, I don't. I keep some good people around me that are like very honest.
And that's important too.
Yeah.
That's very important.
And my producer is so honest. It's at first I had to get used to it at first. Because it could come off as mean, but when you take a step back, so
I mean, we all need that kind of honesty. Like,
I think everybody needs that friend.
Yeah.
You know?
That one friend who's like, listen, you're being ridiculous right now.
Just tells it how it is.
Or like the one friend that is like, maybe you shouldn't go out in public wearing that.
Yeah.
Very questionable. I'm like, did you happen to, you know, check out what you're wearing before you...
Did you look in the mirror yet?
Yeah. Like, cover yourself up just a little bit, you know?
That's very true. We're coming close to the end of this interview, and as I understand it, you have some songs you want to play?
Yeah.
Before that, do you want to tell us about the new music that you're putting out?
Absolutely. So I'm really excited about these next 2 songs that I'm going to be releasing. Kind of what I talked about during the interview is kind of growing as an artist. In 5 years, I really want to just continue to grow. And these songs, Summer Love is an awesome song. As far as it's very, like, a lot of people I think can relate to it. It's a very fun song. But with the new songs that I'm putting out, you can just see like a jump in maturity. I think I've definitely grown over since making that song and since making these new ones and putting these out. I've grown as an artist, but it shows growth, and it shows I don't really know how to explain it. Just it's like a different side of me, because the music I'm putting out is a lot different than the Hands Up High and Summer Love. They're like the same. They're both pop, but they're just a different aspect. You know, one track is called Save Me, and Save Me is one of my favorite tracks that I've ever written and been a part of. It's about it really touches on like girls that have, and people in general, but girls that have self-image problems and girls that end up, you know, cutting themselves and stuff like that. And it really touches on that. And the girl that's singing the chorus is just, she's really good. And the song is just very, it has an awesome, very powerful message to it. And and that's kind of what I'm talking about with growth, is I'm kind of stepping away from the mushy summer love type thing. And I'm actually putting a message out there that I really hope reaches people and touches people. And then the other song is called Feeling It. And it's just like this Beastie Boys, old school, but new school hip hop track. That's just kind of like, are you feeling it? Like, it's I would call it like a hype track. And it's like A side and B side, you know? A side is really emotional, and then B side is just like really fun. So it's a step in the right direction, I feel like. And so I'm really excited about these next 2 songs. And
I mean, we do need artists out there who are like spreading good messages. Because you don't see that very often, and I think that's going to get you really far. Yeah,
I mean, I don't think that every song has to be like, but you definitely
every once in a while.
Yeah, because not everybody wants to always think about that.
Yeah.
But not everybody always wants to go crazy and put their hands up high. Some people may have that day where they want to hear a track that that could maybe relate to them or whatever. Because sometimes the tracks like that are what make people happy, not necessarily the upbeat tracks.
Yeah.
So
it's that versatility.
Yeah, I think it's important to throw that in there. So I'm really excited about them, though.
I'm excited to hear them.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys keep listening. So do you want to get stuff together?
Absolutely. Yeah, right now, as we speak.
Okay, that sounds good. We'll give you guys another station ID while he gets his guitar out. You're listening to WUTT, the University of Tampa's one and only radio station. Listen to us online at wutt.ut.edu, on the air at 10:80 a.m., or on your phones with the TuneIn Radio app.
Is this all me? This is all
It's all
Spotlight
you.
right now?
Yeah.
All
Your
right.
Spotlight's on you now.
Do you want to tell us like what songs you're going to be playing? And
Yeah. So this first song is a song that I wrote a while ago, probably like a year and a half ago. It never got recorded, but it's just it's a song that I play. I enjoy playing it, and it's it's very happy. It's called I Just Want to Live, and it's about just really it's about just kind of just living and being free and just having a great day. So yeah, so that's what it is. Here we go. If you wanna live, you can find me. We can run free, just thinking about the old times, reminiscing about the things we see. You don't have to worry about no one else. I just wanna live, yeah. I just wanna live. I just wanna live, yeah. You see, I woke up from a long day, think it was a good one. Yesterday was Sunday and today is a brand new day. I got my smile on, wear it like a toupee, but way more classy, and I think I'm gonna be okay. My mind is headed for the beach and the sand, maybe a fine girl just holding my hand, so I smile. You gotta do the things that make you laugh, not sitting in class or finishing last, cause you're first. I always told myself the love of your life is a person in the mirror when you turn on the lights, cause it's true. You gotta love the one you wake up with, and when you're all by yourself, then it all makes sense. So when you're feeling down, just sing this loud right here. Come on, let's sing this part right here. If you wanna live, you can find me. We can run free, just thinking about the old times, reminiscing about the things we see. You don't have to worry about no one else. I just wanna live, yeah. I just wanna live. I just wanna live, yeah, yeah. You see, I don't watch the news cause it all seems bad, and my fellow people dying, it's just making me sad. So I write about the times that need change and love in exchange for my peace, my people bringing me up. Yeah, shout out to the world for this one. Inspired me to make a couple verses for this song. I got a hang of this thing called life, so hang on for the places I'ma take you tonight. I'ma show you what it's all about to live for free, and you ain't gotta worry when you kick it with me, because I'm carefree and I'm loving it. And I'm a kid at heart, testing the limits and discovering people with a story, cause everyone's got a page. So sing along with me, yeah, all you gotta say. If you wanna live, you can find me. We can run free, just thinking about the old times, reminiscing about the things we see. You don't have to worry about no one else. I just wanna live, yeah. I just wanna live. I just wanna live, yeah, 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 yeah. One more, if you wanna live, you can find me. We can run free, just thinking about the old times, reminiscing about the things we see. You don't have to worry about no one else. I just wanna live, yeah. I just wanna live. I just wanna live, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. I just wanna live. So that was my song, I Just Wanna Live. I hope you enjoyed it. And the next song I'm gonna play is Summer Love. So hope you guys enjoy. I remember sticking out back when we were kids, breaking all the rules, didn't care what we did. Every night we would end just by a kiss. That summer that we discovered what love was for the very, very first time. It was wrong, but it never felt so right. Made a promise that we never ever lose sight. That summer that we discovered. Let me tell a story about a boy and a girl. See, it was love at first sight. There was love in the world. They had some plans to be together, something more than just friends. It was obvious that what they had was nothing to pretend. Everything was aligned, the stars were too. See, it was made up in their minds, and the timing was smooth. Just how I'm rhyming to you, that's how they wanted to be. The love between them was like music, they just riding the beat. And it's a way full of mystery, cause nobody knows what the future holds and whether or not they
supposed to be close, but it's the moment they chose, yeah, the top of their lives. And she was trying to be the perfect spot as a wife. And as the story goes, the love grew too. See, he was no more a part of a world untrue. They spent the nights together, went to bed with a kiss. And what happens next, something that you don't want to miss. I remember seeking out back when we were kids, breaking all the rules, didn't care we did. Every night it would end just by a kiss. That summer that we discovered what love was for the very, very first time. It was wrong, but it never felt so right. Made a promise that we never ever lose sight. That summer that we discovered that summer ends and them classes begin. And by now, well, you can bet that they were still more than friends. All the promises they made and the love they expressed. The day away from one another seemed like more than a mess. He had to work to go to college, but she was going for free. So different in certain ways, that's just how they see. She was done by noon, he was working by 3. By the time that he was out, she was going to sleep. And he knew that it was hard and wanted her to believe that all this time apart was summer that it just had to lead. So he called her up one night, told her to go to the porch. He was standing there with flowers and a piece of a board. She asked him what it was, he said a puzzle piece. It was a treasure map, she was all that he needs. He said, I'm trying to be complete and I can't be without you. So I come to ask you something if you say I do. I remember sneaking out back when we were kids, breaking all the rules, didn't care what we did. Every night it would end just by a kiss. That summer that we discovered what love was for the very, very first time. It was wrong, but it never felt so right. Made a promise that we never ever lose sight. That summer that we discovered. Well, hold up. You think we need to talk about this? Don't you remember all the plans? Now you're walking out. Whatever happened to us? Whatever happened to we? You're acting like it's nothing. Now you're giving up on our dreams. Do you remember sneaking out of class just to be close? Now you're sneaking out my life. My heart is telling me no. And I get down on my knees, cause girl, in us I believe. No matter what the answer is, you're always something to me. I remember sneaking out back when we were kids, breaking all the rules, didn't care what we did. Every night it would end just by a kiss. That summer that we discovered what love was for the very, very first time. It was wrong, but it never felt so right. Made a promise that we never ever lose sight. That summer that we discovered. I hope you guys enjoyed.
It was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much for coming in and letting us interview you.
It was a pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, this kind of just threw me under the bus. Thank you. I wasn't prepared.
How's it feel? What's it like under the bus?
A little sore. But yeah, thank you for coming by tomorrow's Fix here at WUTT.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pleasure.
Hope to see you again.
Yes.
And don't forget WUTT when you're up on stage.
I won't.
Just saying.
I won't.
Yeah.
I'll rock a t-shirt with your guys' name on it and stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like, while you're garbage picking.
Yes.
Put on the station like,
Yeah,
guys,
This is what I listen to while I garbage pick.
Yeah, I don't want to brag.
Well, thank you.
Thank you guys.